Hello, I'm Richard Gong of Work to Live podcast version, and what I'm going to talk about is not what I'm going to talk about is not the fate of this world, but actually what I'm going to talk about what I'm going to say is that American people are going to decide the destiny or the fate of this world. Well, I mean the fate of this entire world, which is what I'm saying. So and which is anyway. So what I have just said is the conclusion of what I'm going to speak at, and this is a kind of serious story, and I'm going to tell you I'm going to tell you the reason why as I have told you, so Americans are going to decide the fate or the destiny of this earth anyway, or of this earth, or of this human world anyway. And this is and I'm recording, so maybe I should tell you the recording time of this episode. So I'm recording. Well, I'm speaking in this episode in 2023 is correct, but actually, on January, or maybe this is still the middle of January in 2023, and so the how should I say the fad or the festivals of New Year have been over, and my work had started. So as I have told you in your past episodes that there's a winter vacation, or there's a vacation for New Year between the end of from the end of December in last year to the beginning of January in this year, or in the next year actually. So this not this type of, but this wintry vacation, or this winter vacation is held, or so we have or the local people in my country have winter vacation from the end of the end of the year to the beginning of the next year anyway. So which means that wintry vacation occurs every year, or each workplace sets a duration of that wintry vacation, and including, and in the case of schools, not in the case of workplaces. So children can get two weeks of wintry vacation or winter vacation. So in such a sense. So I envy, or I envy, or I want equivalent duration of holidays or vacation to that for children anyway. And I'm speaking, so I maybe in this episode I'm not speaking English well, and not one of the reasons. So essentially I created an episode. So in this week, or in the past 7 days, or in the past week, so I have spoken English language. So which means, in the case, but on regular basis I create episodes once a week, or twice a week, and because my work stuff. So this is a recent case, but actually, so my work is busy anyway. My work chances are my works grow busy, but actually, so, and maybe, but actually, so in this present time, my work is not so busy as compared with not days before, but months before. So months before, I had been deadly busy, but actually, so so not maybe you do not know anything about my work, but actually, so the crest and the crest has passed, or the mountain has passed, and each wave has crest and troughs, and a crest. I have experienced a crest in past well weeks before anyway, weeks before or months before. I have experienced, or I was getting through a crest of work, and the crest has passed, was a the highest point, or not climax anyway, but actually, so there is a, so I have gotten through the tough part of my work anyway, and thanks to the helps from my colleagues, and which is why, so I can create episodes of my podcast like this, and I have digressed fully enough. The topic is the American presidential election in 2024 will decide the fate of the entire world, and the conclusion is the possible fates are following. American, and one option is America is split, and the Third World War begins, and another option, or the other option, is America is still united. It depends on the policies whether the World War begins or not. What I'd like to tell you is that, so as I have told you, so I told you that I'm creating this episode on January in 2023, which means so less than 2 years later, or less than 2 years later, or less than 2 years after this present time. So you are going to, and if you are American people, or if you are American citizens, if you are American grown-ups, so you are going to face the presidential election, which takes place every 4 years. Anyway, so that presidential election is what I'm talking about, and so as I have told you, I haven't told you this, but actually the incumbent president, or the current president of the United States is Mr. Joe Biden, and he is from the party named Democratic, and he is from the Democratic, and Mr. Donald Trump is from the Republican, actually, from the Republican, and so. Anyway, so why I told you his name is, so there is a possibility that Mr. Donald Trump is going to become the next president of America. There is such a possibility, or there is that possibility anyway, and so I think this is my personal opinion, but so maybe in the next presidential election, maybe Mr. Donald Trump should be elected as the next president of America. And what I'm saying is that, so as I have told you, so it's not so that is, how should I say? So what I'm going to talk about is which party is better than which one, or which candidate is better than which one. And what I'm going to, so the two options I have posed, or the two options I have just told you are whether America keeps its unification, or whether America keeps being united, or whether America is going to be separated, or America is going to be shattered into states, or America can be split into, for example, two groups, and one which is white supremacy, and the other is the other believes liberalism. My mother tongue doesn't distinguish the difference between L and R, so which is why, so I have just got confused with the liberalism is the correct pronunciation or not. Anyway, so I think if America gets split or gets separated, so there are going to be two groups, which is my speculation, or which is which is my anticipation actually, or expectation. And one group believes, like one group is going to become, so roughly saying one group is going to become Confederation States of the America, and the other is the United States of America, which incorporate which subsidize, or which anyway support various kinds of people, irrespective of whether those citizens are white people or colored people. Anyway, and by the way, I'm on the colored side, and so I think you have already understood that I'm a native speaker of English language, which is why. So I'm not anyway. So if you find this one of the branches of English language, so it's all right. So it's the understanding, and it's fine. But actually, so anyway, I can't speak. The fact is that I can't speak English natively. So which is why, so maybe sometimes you get. I think you're going to, or you have got confused which word what I'm talking about. And that is because, so, I'm a non-native speaker of English language. And to start with, I'm an East Asian living in a developed East Asian country. And I'm going to, maybe I may tell you the name of that country. So accidentally, or if I come to feel like telling you the name of my country. Anyway, so Japan is where I live in. And so coming back to the presidential election, less than 2 years after, or less than 2 years later, so I mean, I shouldn't tell you this. So I'm not, so that is not to say that so Mr. or President Joe Biden is bad as a president, but so Mr. Donald Trump is more suitable for being president than Mr. Joe Biden. That is, so such a thing is what I'm not going to tell you. And so if there's a candidate who is to be elected as the next president of America, and so that next president may cause this United States of America to get separated, which is what I'm worried about. And so that is because United States has so various kinds of people, or I mean various ethnic groups of people. And I think you can understand, because so that country has indigenous American people and Asian American people, and I'm East Asian, and white people and black people and Hispanic people anyway, and which are Hispanic people are people speaking Spanish language. So Latino is a suitable word for describing the ethnic group, or the ethnically indigenous people, and many, yeah, and recently there are many Indian immigrants coming from India, and some of them became rich people. Some of those Indian people became rich people, and in such a country, so so the conflicts among ethnic groups are conflicts between white people and the colored people is really severe. So which is why, so the president the next president are going to have troubles in managing those conflicts among various people, colored people and white people. Such a thing is what I'm worried about, and if the next president fails to correctly manage that conflict, or the benefits and losses among those white peoples and colored peoples, so there's a chance, or there's a possibility, there's a possibility that so United States is going to be separated into for example, two countries. One which is the United States of America, and the other is Confederation States of the America. Just like the Civil War, which have taken place in maybe in 19th century, in the middle of 19th century actually. Yeah, maybe so. Yeah. And so considering which, so if you are American people, or if you are electorates, or if you are grown-ups having rights of voting, or having rights for voting, so you need to be vigilant, or you need to think a lot about, or you need to ponder which candidate to choose. So anyway, so in such a sense, so American people may decide the fate or the destiny of the entire world, or entire human world. So for example, so people in my country often say that if the next president is Mr. Donald Trump, he may stop subsidies. He may stop subsidies, or he may stop supporting Ukraine. So which is why, so Ukraine can be demolished, or Ukraine can be destroyed, or Ukraine can be conquered by Russian Federation. Such a possibility. So the local people of my country often talk about, and so yeah, there is such a possibility, and some people say such a thing in my country, and anyway, but actually, so if Mr. Donald Trump is not chosen as a if Donald Trump is not selected, or is not elected as the next president of the United States, so that country may get separated. So, and if that country gets split or gets separated, so the mainland China may conquer, or the mainland China may intrude into Taiwan Island. Such a thing may happen. If America gets separated, or if America gets so split into two groups, or into more groups. And because the strongest country all over the world becomes mainland China, and you can understand that point. So it is why, so there's such a balance of powers amongst those many countries anyway, and main players are America, mainland China, and in this case, or in recently Russia, or other various European countries. So considering which, so which is why, so I said that American people may decide the fate or the destiny of the entire world. And this is all the stuff I'd like to tell you this time. So the title is American Presidential Election in 2024 will decide the fate of the entire world. And the conclusion is the possible fates are the following, and America is split, the Third World War begins, and America is still united. It depends on the policies whether the World War begins or not. So 2 years after, or 2 years later, 2 years after this president's time, or 2 years later, so if a wrong candidate becomes so the next president, so the Third World War may occur, which is that's such a possibility, which is what I'd like you to know this time. So that's it. Thank you very much for everything. See you. And this is a correction. So to start with, so I thought to tell you that, so the conclusion and the title is written in the description column of this episode, and the title of this episode is written in the title section, or in the column for title of this episode. And so if you'd like to take a look at the conclusion of this episode, so please take a look at the description column of this episode and another stuff is. So I told you that the Confederate States of the America was Confederation States of the America, but actually, so Confederation was a wrong name. So the correct name was Confederate States of the America, for which which was a which existed, and the Confederate States of the America existed from 1861 to 1865, which had fought against United States of the America. As I have told you, so in the middle of 19th century, in the middle of the 19th century,